Bishop David Oyedepo, founder of Living Faith Church worldwide, has again caused criminal elements causing havoc across the country. During a sermon, Oyedepo cursed kidnappers and their sponsors, declaring that his church members' winners are untouchable by the assailants. The African richest pastor decreed the release of all kidnapped victims in the captivity of Fulani Herdsmen, saying their failure to grant their abductees freedom will lead to their kidnappers' death. He said, "Kidnappers, hear this again. Anyone that touches anybody called a winner loses his life to hell. I curse the root of your businesses. I curse every wicked soul patronizing you. I curse the root of every sponsor that you have. Fulani Herdsmen, hear me. I know you all hear English. Anyone under your captivity now that has this DNA in him is released in the next 7 hours, or your breath is taken from you." Daily Post reports that insecurity in the country has continued to worsen following the activities of armed bandits and terrorists in many parts of the nation. A few days ago, 3 relatives of Governor Samuel Otom of Benue State were gunned down by armed men suspected to be Fulani herdsmen. In fact, going through what Oyedepo said, I really connected with it. And that is why you see that, it's like Nigerians are just so, you see them trying to be so fanatical, whether they're trying to be fanatical or they are fanatical already. But at least I can say Nigerians are so fanatical or so religious when it comes to issue of things, the things that we are supposed to do ourselves. And you see that not being doing it, or those who are saddled with the responsibility of doing what they ought to do, if they don't do it, what do you go? What do you go? Where do you turn to? I hear a lot of people now coming out to say, oh, the youth are not ready. The youth are not doing this. The youth are not doing this. The people who are causing the problems are not even getting much blames. Not to talk, they are not getting more blame as those who are causing the problem. Or it's like I'm missing it. Those who are causing the problem are not even getting more blame compared to those who are victims. Yes, I think that's the right way to put it. The people who are victims are the ones they are being accused of not doing the right thing. But those who have the power, who have been given mandates to take care of the people, are not doing it. And what are they doing? They are enjoying themselves and feeling all right. So how do you expect Nigerians not to be fanatical? How do you expect them not to be so religious? Any little thing, want to drink water, you say God, which we know. We know that everything that is being done here on earth, it's all about God. We know. But like I've always said, God has given each and every one of us responsibility. He has his own responsibilities. We have our own responsibilities. So how do you expect God? That's why it seems as if God is not hearing us. No, God is hearing us. But we need to do our own part. We need to do our own part. You can imagine. Like I said, I really connect with the prayer of the man, because if the government, who is saddled with the responsibility of taking care of the people, and they are not doing it, and you can see the levity, you can see the negligence, what do you do? What do you do? What would people do? Is it not to pray? You are going on a travel, you pray. You are coming back, you pray. You want to enter your toilet, you pray. You want to go into everything, you pray. To the extent that people don't even know what to do and what not to do. At the end of the day, they will keep on blaming the people. Why will somebody not say a louder amen to what this man is saying? To the prayer of this man? In the developed countries, they will tell you Africans, they always go to church. They go to this and this and that. Because their governments have failed to do what they needed to do. They have failed. One thing is that if you know God and you do your own part, it is an added advantage. How can we be in a country where all these kind of things are happening? Things are happening like this, and yet nobody is saying anything, and they are telling you they are doing much, and you can see that they are not doing anything. No, you can tell me. Ask me that question. Those who are victims now, are we better than them? It could happen to anybody. That's why everybody needs to be concerned. Everybody is worried. It could be anybody. Nobody is immune again. Nobody is immune again. Nobody is immune again. Everybody is just vulnerable. Everybody is vulnerable. It's just unfortunate. What do you expect the man to do? They will tell you, oh, don't say anything concerning politics. Go and face your ministry. And that is exactly what the man is doing. Of course, if there are some things that the man is not doing, one thing is that if you are only fanatical or when you are just loyal to somebody with a fault without even reasoning, if he does something that is, of course, a lot of is a controversial person. If he does something that is not right, people will say it. If he does something that is right, yes. It's not that, oh, when you do something wrong, because you are loyal to the person or you like the person, okay, everything goes. No, on this one, I quite agree with him. Just like I've always been saying that we have a responsibility and God has his own responsibility. But when things have come to this level, what do? You go back to the source. You go back to the source. You know the source is always there, but you go back to the source and you hand over. And that is why he's handling these people back to the source, because this thing is not just, it's tiring. For those who have experienced this kind of a thing, you have a better understanding. If you are really sensitive, even if you have not been victims, but if you are sensitive to other people, so if you have human feelings in you, you just try to imagine that it could have been me. Then you have a better understanding of what has been happening. It's just unfortunate that we keep on saying the same thing over and over again. Over and over again. Well, I wish we have this kind of pastor in each state of Nigeria. We need violent pastors that will look powers that be in the eyes and call their bluffs. Well, why was he silent about the Igbo terror group, aka IPOB and ESN? He sounded so biased. God is not a biased God. Really? So you call a IPOB a terrorist group? Just the way the government has been trying to woo other countries to proscribe them. We know what is happening now. Really? About or whatever your name is, you are so unreasonable to mention Igbo when as Igbos turn to Herdsmen. I don't understand though. I don't know when they have turned to Herdsmen. Oh. People like you think they are human beings. Don't think good would ever come to you in the old days of your life. Kai, your evil is too much. So Abutu, fire on them. Well, I speak with God. All rain causes on rituals, 419 scammers, fraudsters, all of them will get their own portion. That is the authority of a father. Nigerians will remember you. You said it. Of course, I could remember when this man was coming out to talk about the Fulani Herdsmen. A lot of them just say this and that, but we can see it. People love evil than to do good. So guys, leave your comment down there below and let's have your take.